how are you all? I hope that you may all fine. I would like to say you or advise you, right? So continuously see the previous videos that will help you to understand the videos as well as the link between all the information, because all the information are relevant. As we do have a heading, right, of the lesson number 1, rise of the British rule in India, we can say that how different tribes arrived in India, right, that we discussed. That we started from the fall of Constantinople, then means discovery of the new sea routes, that includes journey of Vasco da Gama, then journey of Columbus, right, and Bartholomew Dias. Then we discuss about how the different tribes, the Portuguese, the French, the Dutch, then the Scottish, right, and the British last. So how they arrived in India and how they expand their rule and make India their colony. That all such things we are going to discuss in the previous videos. I hope that you may all clear about that, because I mentioned the page number 2, right? That means discussion, page number of the discussion. Now, at last, in the last video, we have been discussing about Battle of Buxar, right, and Battle of Plassey, then battle with Mysore or Mysore War. We all know that as the British government passed the amendment that Governor General of Bengal can be a Governor General of India. So Governor General of Bengal authorized with the designation of Governor General of India. So that helped the British East India means the Governor General of British East India Company to expand and to interfere in all over the India. So that started. As I told you in the previous video, right, that what happened in through this authorization, we all know that British established their trade center in the southern part of India, especially in nearby the seashore or port, so they can easily communicate in the sea trade. But with this authorization, the Governor General of Bengal became the Governor General of India. With this authorized power, what happened? They started. They weren't limited up to the one region, but their aims and objective was to expand British rule in all over the India. They want India as their colony in the complete, with the complete geographical, means they want to cover all the geographical locations of India under their rule. So as a part of it, right, as a part of it, 1 minute please. See here, right, we know that Cornwallis, right, Cornwallis was the Governor General after Warren Hastings, right, after Warren Hastings. So Warren Hastings, first the Robert Clive, then Warren Hastings, then Cornwallis. So Cornwallis was a Governor General of India, and as I told you, right, in this southern part of India, right, two powers, Maratha powers, the Maratha and Tipu Sultan. So company was fighting against these two powers, the Maratha and Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan was a very self-respected person, right, and advancedly aware about the British policies. So he didn't permit British in this region, in this means Mysore region. So what happened? They Raja, and he was very brave person. But what happened? This Cornwallis made, right? That means British attack three sides. That means they collaborated. They collaborated with Maratha. They collaborated with names Rajputs, and they all did together attack on Tipu Sultan and defeated. So what this man, this Cornwallis, right, defeated Tipu Sultan. Are you clear about this second point? Now, after this Governor General Cornwallis, right, a new Governor General, Sir John Saw became a Governor General. Maybe the question arises in your mind, sir, how the Governor Generals were frequently changed, but they had their period, particularly job period of the to serve the nation. One Governor General can serve East India Company for 5 years, and then they end. It was a government authorization. In between the men's job period, they can dismiss the Governor General if they are not satisfied with the roles and responsibility performed by the Governor General. So what happened? So this side, right, Bengaluru, this the Mysore war of Mysore fought by Cornwallis, right? It became clear. So company expanded its rule. Now, Sir John Saw became a Governor General, but proven failure, right? So this one is very important. Proven failure. Why he was proven failure? He was proven failure because his policy, right? This man's policy, Sir John's policy was Sir John, right? This man's policies was busy. So all Sir John, all his policy was very busy, and due to that, right? Due to that, what happened in this side of India, right? British. Okay, so in this part of India, right? The Maratha became stronger, and British got lost, or they lost the control, right? They lost the control in this region due to Sir John Saw policy. Due to Sir John Saw policy, no doubt as a Governor General, he introduced some policy, and that policy was automatically not convenient for the British rule, right? As they want to expand the rule in India by less war. But due to his rigid policy, what happened? He was proven a failure policy maker. He was proven a failure Governor General, and that's why he was dismissed, because in this reason Maratha becomes stronger. And that's why after Sir John, new Governor General Wellesley, arrived in India, right, as a Governor General of India. Now, this man was very intellectual man in a negative sense, right? Because he wasn't positive. If I personal talk, right, I can't say this man was a intellectual man in a positive sense, because all the Britishers were very cruel, right, and victim of the superiority complex, and that's why it's better to say that Wellesley was intellectual but in a negative sense, right? So he introduced one new policy, subsidiary alliance policy or subsidiary alliance system. So I want you to make you understand that what was subsidiary alliance system. Now learn this very carefully. As we know that India was divided into 562 princely states, right? princely states. So 562 princely states, right? So all these states were not united. All these states were not united, and they, yes, they had economical issues, social issues, political issues between each other, and they weren't safe with each other. So this man, right? In the yes, this Wellesley introduced this subsidiary alliance system, right? Because he studied India's condition. He studied Indians first. So 562 states. Okay, so as we discussed that total 562 states were there, right? So friends, try to understand. We are going to understand this subsidiary alliance system introduced by Wellesley. So here there were 562 states in India. That was not United States, because there were issues between each other, economical issues, social issues, religious issues, right, border issues. So they fought with each other frequently. So Britishers, especially this Wellesley, right, fought over these matters seriously, and he talked to certain princely states that we provide you a military support by company's army, and as a reward you will have to give us a money to maintain the army, right? How? See, I am going to tell you or explain with you with example, right? Suppose this is the northern part of India, right? So this is northern part of India, right? And there are many princely states here. So suppose this one is right, Punjab and Haryana, right, included in means Pakistan, because before independence there wasn't separate Pakistan. So present Punjab was up to here. Then this is Rajputanas, right, Rajasthan, and this is Gurjars, right, that means presently Gujarat. So there were so many princely states in the particular region, like 1, 2, right, 3, okay. So it may be means you can understand. So Wellesley talked to all, right, and assured them about to provide a military support. How? If one attack on a second, right, then if the second had a collaboration or an agreement with company, then company will fight with this princely state. Are you getting? So company, right, if the states having a collaboration or treaty signed with East India Company, right, then Wellesley assured them we would provide you a military support if someone attacked you. But as a reward of the agreement, what happened? As a reward of the agreement, they had to pay a money to maintain the army. That was the first condition. If they failed to pay the money, then they had to allow them to collect the revenue of particular reason that equivalent to the military expenses that was paid previously. Understand? So gradually what happened, they captured, right, most of the part of India, right? See here. So gradually company collect a revenue record of this region, right? Company collect a revenue of this region, company collect a revenue of this region, company collect a revenue of this region. So all this region, right, lost by the king. Why? Because they already signed the treaty. and according to that treaty, they had to give money to the company for safety or to get a military support if someone attacked. That was the first condition of subsidiary alliance system. Now second condition was that without pre-informing or permission of the company, any of the king who signed the treaty or subsidiary alliance system, involved in a subsidiary alliance system, could not right, sign any of the treaty with any of the king. Without informing British, they could not make any of the agreement, and one of the representatives always remained present in the kingdom or princely state, who was involved under this project. Now, as a result, what happened? Most of the king, first they gave money, but finally, means gradually, they lost the efficiency of paying money to the company, and as a result of it, what happened? Gradually, British covered, right, most of the region of India, and India became a British colony through this system, subsidiary alliance system. So Wellesley, proven hero, right? Wellesley, proven hero for the British to expand British rule in India through the subsidiary alliance system. Second benefit was that through the subsidiary alliance system, with Indian money, they prepared British army. Right? Can you understand? So with Indian money of the kings, they prepared British army, and all the states involved in this subsidiary alliance system, right? There wasn't any issue of fighting with each other because British having a strong interference power, right? They didn't allow any of the king to fight with each other. So this is what the thing is. Okay. So this was subsidiary alliance system. I hope that you may understand. Now let us revise. In today's video we start, right, with the name of Cornwallis, right? Cornwallis took over a Governor General after Warren Hastings, right? Warren Hastings. So Warren Hastings, Robert Clive. See, now little try to understand the history of Governor General. Robert Clive, right, hero of Battle of Buxar and Battle of Plassey. Then Warren Hastings, right, Mysore war, right, but he wasn't a success. And Cornwallis, right, success to defeated Tipu Sultan, and when he defeated Tipu Sultan, British expands, right, his rule in this part of India. So British expand his rule in this part of, right, eastern southern India. Now what happened? This part Maratha belonged, and that's why after Cornwallis, a new Governor General, Sir John Shore, right, a new Governor General John Shore was appointed, right, to expand a British rule in India, but he was failed because his policy was very rigid. And due to that, right, Maratha power, in this region, Maratha power becomes strong. So when Maratha power becomes stronger, see, this is the region came under Maratha power. So this Maratha power becomes stronger in this region, and that's why British dismissed them. British wants to dismiss them from this region, and that's why they cancelled Sir John Shore and appointed Wellesley. So Wellesley was with the new project, right, with the new policy, and that was subsidiary alliance policy. So subsidiary alliance policy proven a sweet poison against Indians independent or independence of princely states. How? That I explain. First, British assure them for the safety and provide them a military support. As a reward, they want a money for maintenance of the army, and all the kings agree with that policy. Then what happened? With that policy, some of the kings were not happy, but by hook and crook, right? They signed this treaty. So when they signed this treaty, right, British expands their rule in northern part, in southern part, right? But the Tipu Sultan, the only person, right, was, and some of the Marathas king was not ready to accept this treaty, and that's why with the big maintained and deterrent army, they attacked on those kings, and India went under the British rule completely. So this is what today's video, right? So in this videos we discuss a different ruling period of the governor generals, different governor generals, and through this map I try my best to tell you about, right? Tell you about different kings and different different power blocks, different kings, right? And how they went under the British rule. Okay, now do one favor, right? Up to now I have sent you 5 videos, right? Yes, 5 videos. So whenever you came to the school, I asked you for the 5 summaries for the 5 videos. What you should do, right? You had to and will have to, right? First, what to do? Give on your page of your notebook, right? Write a date of the video and date and summarize it completely, right? I don't mind if you summarize it in a brief, right? If you summarize in a detail, right? Detail is welcome and appreciated, but if you summarize in a brief, then it's also okay. But every detail must be covered. So this is what my asking, right? So if you have any question regarding this video and previous video, you can contact me, right? And after end of this chapter, we are going to arrange a test for you that will help you, me and you, to understand and evaluate our efforts. Thank you very much. See you next week.